Hello, Sarah here. Happy Tuesday. It's almost my birthday. Libras in the house. Libras are probably the coolest people that you meet, depending on who you ask. Welcome. Cheers. Life's a beach. Sarah Richardson, cheerleader for the divine, creator of Always Think Up. Giving you guys so much Tuesday love. Oh, so what is vibrational alignment? A lot of people lately been asking me what it is that I do for my work, what it is that I do, right? I'm here to help lift the vibration of the planet, raise the vibration of the planet, help people to raise their vibration so we can help the planet lift its vibration, right? As the planet lifts its vibration, we need to lift our vibration to feel comfortable living here, right? So this is confusing stuff. I totally get it. I have been working on raising my frequency for 15 years. There's a lot of different ways you can do it. There's a lot of different things you can do. I don't ever try to tell anybody what to do. That's not my job here. My job here is to help simplify it, help make it a little bit easier for those people that want to know. So what's the work I do? I do network spinal analysis. It releases the nervous system. We hold onto patterns energetically in our nervous system. I help to release that so you can start fresh, right? It's icky stuff that you're releasing, so it sounds like it's really easy. I can do it distance. I can do it hands-on. It seems like it's really easy, but the hard part is on you. The hard part is releasing, and I have a bunch of tips and tricks and tools and things like that will help you in the release process once we've done this. It's a process. It's a process. It takes time. I have been getting this work for 15 years. I've been in my process for 15 years. So, if you work with me already, be patient with yourself. If you're looking into working with me, be patient with yourself in this process of raising your vibration, in this process of getting in alignment with yourself and the planet, right? It's a tricky process. And so please be patient with yourself. Self-love really comes up a lot through the whole entire process because it's like, yeah, it's easy to love yourself when you're like up, up, up. But like when you're really feeling low, it's a little bit harder to love yourself there. And I try to help you. Hello, Betty. I learned this stuff through my personal journey. So through my personal healing journey, my passion sparked for helping other people heal themselves, right? So your body can and wants to heal. And if, physical symptoms are showing you that. Hello. And so, my personal journey brought me here to where this is what I do for a living. Now, if you would have asked me 15 years ago if I thought that I would be doing this and what I do today, no, would have been my answer. But, life has a really cool way of working itself out like that. I'll talk about that all more. I talk about it all the time, but that's not what this video is for. So, basically my personal healing journey, I had asthma really bad as a child, all through growing up, took all kind of breathing treatments and things like that. I had a knee injury when I was 13 years old. I had 5 knee surgeries between 13 and 23. I had thyroid disease that they told me that I would never get rid of. I had reproductive system issues that they told me that I would never get rid of. All these things, all these diagnoses that I had, that they told me that I would never get rid of, right? And then what that created was depression. I was very depressed and I covered it with a smile. Not really many people knew how depressed I was. I felt terrible. I hated my life, right? And so I met Dr. Richard Fazone when I was 23 years old, 22, about to be 23 years old. And his work forever changed my life. And so I'm so grateful for that man. You have no idea. He is still my teacher and he is still my healer to this day. Thank you, Doc. It was weird when I went to go meet him. I got referred to him. I never heard of these things before. So I know when people get referred to me or they see me and they've never heard of this before, it can be a really weird feeling. And so I honor you and I love you for that, right? It was really weird to me too. But as I go on, like everything makes so much sense. And so the modality is called spinal network spinal analysis. Okay. So it was created by Ronald Epstein. Thank you to Ronald Epstein for creating this beautiful modality. Um, I've taken the class at like, I don't know, 6 times, and each weekend, it's completely different, right? Each weekend I learned so much more and so much more and so much more. I started learning it as soon as my knee got healed and my thyroid got healed, I started learning it. So while I was learning that, I was studying, the body holistically. I started studying different energy work modalities. I started studying different diseases and how the diseases really were just reflections of energy body not being at ease, which would cause disease in the physical body. So, I'm thankful for everybody that I've met on this journey. I've worked with some pretty simple cases and I've worked with some really tough cases. So a lot of times when I meet people, they're going to the doctors. They already have diagnoses. They already have things going on. I very rarely run across somebody who doesn't, because like the disease is kind of like, the light shining into the body for me of like, oh, okay, like you're going through this, this, and this, and this. And okay, I get it. I see it as a holistic thing. Like if your hips are off, if your hips hurt, if your jaw hurts, that's in your hips. If your feet hurt, that's in your spine. If you're, there's different parts of your body link up to different parts of your energy body, and they are in relationships with one another and they dance with one another. And so I just really try my best to make that process a lot more comfortable, because I know when you're working with doctors and when you're on medications and whenever all these things are going on and you could be so confused, and they don't really, we need doctors, and I'm thankful for doctors. And lately the community has been like merging more holistically, and I love to see that. But most doctors out here are specialists. And so if you go, for my asthma, it was for my lungs. For my knee, it was an orthopedic surgeon. For my thyroid, it was an endocrinologist, right? And so I'm going to all these different doctors whenever here in the reality, all of that was energy body and all of that was linked up to one another. But nobody really explained that to me until I met Dr. Vazone. That's why I love him so much. That's why I give him so much credit for the work that I do and the connections that I make and the people that I help, because he helps me. So if you ever have a question or anything and I don't know the answer, I do have him to call and talk to you about that. And that's what's so cool, right? So yeah, I studied spinal analysis. I studied Reiki. I got my Reiki master. I became a massage therapist. I'm a gut specialist. I learned that a lot of the emotions and things that we hold. So I learned that the body takes in chemical stress and emotional stress, right? And it doesn't know the difference between the two. And a lot of our stress that we hold in our body is emotional stress from the time that we were in the womb, right? And we don't realize that. Nobody talks about that. And so as we grow, many, many, many people have problems in their guts. And so, your sacral chakra, that's your womb space. That's, where you're connected to your mother as you grow. That's the place where we're all connected. That's the ancestral lineage. That's the inner child. That's the feelings. That's the shame. That's the guilt. And, I had run into a lot of problems in my healing journey with my guts. And so I really ended up in these past year or so, 7 years I've been trying to find out, but really in the past year, I've been really learning about some physical ways to really help the gut. So, basically in my work, what I try to show you is you energetically and as a whole. And so, the things that you went through and the things that you go through and the diagnoses that you got. And I try to break that down for you energetically, right? And help you with things energetically to work on those. And if I work on you, I help you to release patterns and things change. And so, I have a lot of people out here that I work with that really want to get off of medications. And they don't like it right away when I tell them, I don't recommend that. I don't recommend that you just hurry up and jump off all your medications. I recommend that you get the energy work, get the release work, work with your doctor, get the tests that you need, and come off of those safely. A lot of these medications, they are a big deal. They are a really big deal, and I know that a lot of people are going through a lot of different things, right? I love what I do. I get to connect with people. I get to hear about their hard times. I get to work on them. I get to see them release hard times. And I get to see them fly into who they always were, but just they were covered up with a bunch of doo-doo, right? I love what I do. And if you're ready for what I do, you'll love it too, right? So people say, what do you do, Sarah? I help you to release old energetic patterns. And then I explain you stuff energetically. I talk energy body, and then I'm here for you as you release things. And so I've worked with many, 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 many different things. I've worked with people who have had, physical sports injuries. I've worked with people who have surgeries, all kind of different things, right? Post-traumatic stress, wounding as a child, sexual assault. There are all kind of different things that I work with. And so what I do when I work with you is everybody has to get like a specific individualized thing. It's not like a one size fits all type of work. So, if you've had knee surgeries and she gets headaches and she's lactose intolerant and she's having reproductive issues and he's having, shoulder pain, all of those things are very different things. Hello, Antoine. So as I work with you, I custom make that session to you. I custom, it's not a one size fits all. It's just custom made. So I'm creating this, guys. I'm creating this by what comes to me, what comes up. So thank you for bearing with me. I'm still learning a lot of different stuff too. Like the website is really hard to do. It's really hard to explain, what I do. I have to really keep talking to people and talking to people that I work with and really understanding what it is I do. And I just try my best to bring ease into a dis-ease situation, so when you're at dis-ease, you don't feel good. And so I try to bring ease to those places. I do private sessions. I do $60 for a private session. It goes about an hour. Sometimes it goes over, right? I do hands-on sessions. I do $1 a minute. My hot stones are a little bit more expensive. I do reflexology and energy work for the people that are afraid to take their clothes off, right? I do chair massage events. I do private sessions. My private sessions are one-on-one in a video call, however we can get that going. I do emergency sessions. I try to book them, between 24 and 48 hours out, because I know in healing sometimes a lot of emergencies come up, right? And I've done a lot of groups in my time out here, right? But I just created a new one for everybody that has worked with me. So I'm just going to funnel everything in there. And I do that for free. And I do that so, like minds can meet up and you guys can make friends with one another and see, I'm going to talk about the energy of the day, how that affects us as people. That's going to be like a little bit more of a private space to go in and talk about healing. Because a lot of times when you're talking about healing, really personal things come up. Really personal things. Like today is root chakra. So, on a day like today, social programming comes up, family programming comes up, what they said that you should do, how they said that you should be, safety, security, old traditions, like a lot of that kind of stuff. I work with people who want to create their lives better. Do you want better work? Do you want better relationships with your families? Do you want better love lives? Do you want better money? I have a program called Help the Helpers, where I go to companies I've been working with social workers. I work at jails. I work with police and firefighters. I work with a lot of attorneys, nurses, and I explain to them how they really take on the energy from their job and how I give you techniques to clear it out and I work on you. So, there's a bunch that I have going on. This is just like a really brief, quick, what is vibrational alignment? What do you do, Sarah? How can you help me? What can you do for me? Just real quick, right? So that's it, guys. I'm the creator of my experience, and that takes work. Like I'm on my way right now to a job interview. So I work for myself. I hustle. I do work all the time. I'm constantly getting out there. I'm constantly meeting people. I'm constantly putting my work out there wherever I can do it. I got this opportunity to work where I want to get $1,000 sign-on bonus. I'm going to try it out, see how it works, right? I love you guys because we're all connected. I love to connect with you. I love to see what you're going through, try to see where I can help you at, and let you do it at your own pace. I don't push anybody into anything. I don't make any kind of plan for you to follow. I try to get you to learn how to trust you. In my 15-year journey of getting healing work, sometimes at first I was really skeptical. So I went like once and then 6 months later and then 6 months later. And then I really went like all the time because I loved it. And then I moved away and I only went every once in a while. And so, I have a lot of people say, well, how long do I have to work with you? It's up to you. I've been doing this for 15 years, however long you want to do it, right? I'm here for it. I'm here for the long haul. This is what I'm here to do. And I love it. And it's been super confusing to try to make simple, but I'm doing it. I work with kids. I love to work on the kids, I don't know if you're interested in what I do, if you're interested in getting to know me, booking a session. Like I said, I do hands-on for the people in my community. I do private distance sessions all over the world. I have friends all over the world. I love that part. Hello. I was just talking about vibrational alignment, girl, what I do. I've been trying for years to simplify this shit. Jeez. I love the topic. I love vibrational alignment, and it's really tricky to talk about, so it's like we're masculine, we're feminine, we're all these different energies, all these different energy centers in our body mean something. They dance with one another. A lot of people are walking around here. Everybody is whole, right? But you just don't feel like it. And if you don't feel like it, it's just energetic. And once you get to moving that energy and clearing out stuff, then you start to feel better. I swear. It's really different than what anybody taught you or told you or anything. If I can give any free tips today, it would be learn about your chakras. Learn about your chakras through your disease, through your diagnoses, through the things that you're going through personally. Learn if you're going through something in your physical body, learn what chakra that links up with and dive into that and see what that means and start to eat that color and listen to that tone and, connect more to nature, connect more to your feelings, connect more to your power, connect more to your heart's desires. Yes, we can shift it. We can. Your body can and wants to heal. Your body can and wants to heal. It just takes time. You have to learn different. It's different than what they taught us. There are hundreds of millions of tools. There really, really are. And it's super hard to get out here and just, I give them. But I guess I need to give them in a more structured way. And I'm trying. I really am. And as I learn new things, I try to share them with the world. I really, really do. Because when you are in alignment, you feel whole. You feel peaceful. You know that you're the creator of your experience. You know that you're protected by God. You know that you're connected to the earth and everybody that is on it. You know that what is happening to you is happening for you. You really just have to release. We have a lot of pent up old energy from our ancestors that's really low vibration, and we need to release it from a cellular level. We have a lot of emotions to release, and we have a lot of chemicals that we need to release, and it's very hard work. And if you do this work, I honor you. If you don't do this work, I honor you too. But if you do this work, I really honor you, because it's really tough stuff. Yes, find what works. And that's what I try to do. You know, when I know people that do certain things, I try to connect in and connect. You know, I have a really great network of people that do really great things. And I have really good referrals to give you. If it's something I don't do, trust me, I tell you, right? I want people to feel whole. I want you to feel good. Connection is so powerful. Alignment is my goal. Yes, mama. Yes, and it's such a journey. And you're doing such a beautiful job out here with it, girl. I mean, it's a journey. You know, alignment isn't something that you get from one session. Alignment isn't it isn't something that just stays. You don't like reach the level of alignment and like it stays. It keeps changing. Energy is ever changing and ever moving, and it's not against you. It's for you. I promise. It feels against you sometimes so bad. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. Thank you, love. You know, there's a lot going on right now. There's a lot of people going through a lot of things. There's a lot going on outside of us, and there's a lot going on inside of us. And so I've been laying low for a really long time, and I have to come out with this. I have to push out with it. You know, this is my time. It is a constant journey. And you know, Betty, oh my God, I just love the people that I meet through this all. I mean, it's incredible. It is like the best thing ever. You know, it's so funny because I try to, you know, get with people about their heart's desires. And a lot of times when our hearts are really blocked off, we don't know them. We think we know, but it's like different, right? And like, I can't believe that I live my heart's desires. Like, I can't believe that this is where this work has gotten me. You know, a long time in the journey of the work, I'm like, why do I do this? Like, I wish I didn't know any of this and never did this before. But that's a lie, because the truth is that, you know, here I am. When I was 23, I wanted to die. And here I am about to be 40, and I am living my best life. Like, for the past, I would say 4 years, I've been practicing relaxing and being still. Holy shit. Like, you would never believe what goes into relaxing and being still. Like, people think that shit is easy. It's not easy. Oh my gosh, you know, healing all these things and healing. And as you heal, then your family heals. And that's tough. And, you know, things change in your life, and friends change, and work changes, and medicine changes, and your body changes. And sometimes it just feels like, but like, there is a light at the end of the tunnel, I swear. And a lot of times, a lot of us try things that don't work. I've done it. I've spent thousands of dollars on things that don't work. And that's why I try to be reasonable. And that's why I try to, you know, be able to reach everybody. You know, I used to sell $1 CD mixtapes. I used to be super hood, guys. I'm telling you, man. Once we are conscious, we can't go back. We're always up. It's always up. It's always up. Energy, oh, yeah. You can't ever take away the knowing. It's beautiful. It feels like it's a blessing, but it feels like a curse sometimes. And I know that. And so that's what we talk about. You know, we talk about sex. We talk about money. We talk about drugs. We talk about disease. We talk about all the icky stuff, right? And I bring so much love to that. You know, we talk about relationships that don't work, not feeling like we're good enough for this or that, the pain, the emotions, right? The real stuff, you know. When you come to me, you can't come to me and be like, oh, well, you know, everything's fine. Oh, okay, well, then you don't really need me. I'll see you later. You can't take away the knowing. You can't. You can't. And I just want to help people. And, you know, you can work on the inside of your body. You can work on the outside of your body. You know, in a lot of my root work sessions, you know, I'm talking about bills and paperwork and things like that. You know, I talk about weird shit. Like, as we go through real life shit, like this weird shit comes up, and a lot of times it feels weird, but you're never really weird. Like, most of the time, everybody that I work with is already doing it. They just feel really unsure. Like, they're like, oh my gosh, I felt like that. But I was just like, no. And I'm like, yes. Yes, it's beautiful and hard, but we can't become the diamond without it. We can't. We really can't. And, you know, that's, I think, my favorite part about it is just like watching people being in their own frequency and like really owning that and like loving it, you know. And it doesn't mean anything, like there's no physical level. It's just like their soul is just shining. You know, they're just pumped up about life. They feel good about the journey that they've been through, as hard as it's been, right? Because it's hard things that we're carrying, you know. And people say, well, why do you do this? You know, at first I did it to feel better, and like now I keep going for my baby, and now I keep going for the world. And it's just like, I don't know, like right when I think that I've gotten to a place, like God's like, oh, nope, there's more. And it's just so exciting. Yes, what we want to get to, not needing anyone. And we all move in our knowing, and that's where powerful love exists. Not needing, but enjoying each other. Yes, that's interdependency. So I talk a lot about independency and codependency and interdependency. And like, you know, I totally get it. Like when I first came out here, I didn't trust to work with other people, and I didn't trust to share my, I hired somebody for my website and my information technology. It took me fucking years to do that. I was like, I hate this. Like, I need help, but I didn't trust it. Like, give somebody the, to do that, like this work that I'm getting ready to do. I'm signing up for someone to make the schedule. And so I had a big conversation with the guy last night, and he's like, Sarah, I'm telling you, it makes your life easier. And I'm like, okay. Yes, that's what I'm always talking about. And yeah, like I do, self-love is whenever you can do it yourself. And so vibrational alignment, in the vibrational alignment program that I do, I teach you all these things so you can get to the point where you do it yourself and teach other people. Teach your kids, teach your family, teach your neighbors, teach everybody that you run across what you know. As things come up in you that you know that you need to share, you share them, because that's how we lift the vibration of the planet. We're coming from an old program of being closed off and not sharing and not trusting and not trusting ourselves, not trusting other people. And that's, when you lift the vibration, you start to look fears in the face. You start to understand yourself, understand your parents, understand your lineage, understand your pain and your patterns, understand your body and how it talks to you. A lot of people don't just understand that your body's talking to you. And sometimes it's a really rah conversation, and sometimes it's like, oh, I love you. I really do. I love you guys because we're all connected. I really do. I love you guys. I love my work. I love this platform. I love the people that I get to meet. It's funny because I've drawn all kind of people. I've attracted a lot of people to me, and I've never really advertised. I've never really I say what I can. There's a lot to say about your energy body, okay? There's a lot to say about energy body, alignment, healing, release, eating raw, right? There's a lot, and we're all healing. And so if you know anybody you think would be interested in vibrational alignment, let me know. Send them to me. I really want to help as many people that want to know this stuff. I really want to make the hard stuff a lot more easy to navigate, talk about, release, accept, right? Fully accept. I talk a lot about a lot of things: forgiveness, trust, grounding, safety, security, feelings, power, love, voice. I'm constantly talking energy body, as my friends know, right? I love you guys. I know it's hard. I know there's so much going on. I know it's so easy to get distracted sometimes. I get it. This is a judgment-free zone. You can come in and tell me everything, and I honor you in that. I honor the whole entire healing process. And see, that's the thing. I've gotten a lot of offers to do healing different, right? With a lot of money and stuff like that. But it was kind of like rushing the healing process. It wasn't honoring healing. It wasn't honoring people. And I had to keep turning it down. So that's like the time where it's like you're creating this life and it seems like things are coming to you, but they don't sit right with your soul. And you think you should have, but you really can't. And then you feel silly for passing it up, but then you learn how to just trust the whole process, right? Because abundance is more than money. Abundance is waking up to a routine, waking up how you want to, taking that time, having the peace in your house, having organization, peace in your soul, joy in your life, right? Abundance is so much more than money. So much more. And abundance is our birthright. And a lot of times if you don't feel whole, you don't feel abundant. And I get that. There was a time where I was completely all disconnected. There are times where, I think I have it together and then it all falls apart. And then I need work. I'm always getting healing work. I'm always learning more. I'm always taking continuing education classes. I have one coming up at the end of the month. I love people. I love people. And, everyone's like, oh, you're a light worker. But a lot of people that I meet, they're in a really dark place. And a lot of people that I work with, they're in a really dark place. And so, I have to come in and meet you at your level. I meet you at your level. Wherever you are, when you come to me, that's where I meet you and greet you. We all can heal. And our bodies all want to heal. And I think you're amazing. And I think that we can do this, right? We can do this. So get in touch with me if you want to heal. I got to run. I got to go enjoy this sunshine, get my little new work on, my $1,000 sign-on bonus. I'm so excited about it. That's what I want to teach people. Like, you create your life. I can't create your life. You have to be the one to create your life. I do vision boards. I visualize. I do journals. I journal. I talk to my friends. I type it on the computer. Yes, we can do it, sis. We can. And I'm here for you. Please know that with me, no question is too silly. When you're healing up, it seems like it's silly stuff. Because that's what we are taught. But when you're learning your body as a whole, you really learn that nothing's silly and it's all connected. I love you because we're all connected. One love.